Let's talk about something I enjoy quite a bit and don't talk about enough: anime. Not only that, let's talk about something else I've been meaning to talk about for a while: a movie. Wolf Children is one of the best movies I've ever seen. The first time I saw it was actually almost 6 years ago. I can remember the date. It was 2 days before Thanksgiving back in 2013. That's how much I love this movie. So the story is about a family of 3 that share a secret. 2 of the kids are half wolf, half human. They can swap between the 2 at will, and we follow them as they grow up and decide what they want to be, human or wolf. Their mother Hana is the main character, even though she takes a back seat to Ame and Yuki. The story is about them growing up after all. You can't follow mainly Hana, you have to follow all 3 of them as they grow. So, the movie is split into 3 parts. The way I divided it is based on who I enjoyed the most at the time. So there's the beginning with Hana and the father, which goes until they move to the country, the middle where Yuki is energetic and all over the place, and the end where the children choose their own path. So the beginning of the movie is a short kind of love story. Hana meets the love of her life in school at random, and they very quickly hit it off. What I like about their relationship, though, is unlike most movie relationships, this one seems to grow naturally over time, even though it's a small portion of the movie. They take time to spend together between school and the father's work. They talk and learn about each other, and we know it takes time because of the world around them. At best, the movie starts in early August, and based off their clothing, when Hana learns about the father's wolf side, it's at least 3 to 4 months later before he tells Hana, and Yuki isn't born for another year because it's winter when she's born. So their relationship is at the very least 3 to 4 months, but it could also be 5 or 6 months. Heck, for all we know, they were together for more than a year when he finally told her. We don't know, so their relationship seems stronger than the love at first sight cliche. So the kids are born and the father dies. Hana is left to raise their kids with absolutely no clue how to, and they move out to the country where her kids can live however they want, and they start living off the land. So during this portion of the movie, Yuki is my favorite character. Why? Because she is a spitfire full of energy, and I love it. There's just something so endearing about her, and I can't pinpoint what it is. The family enjoys their time together and repairs their house while meeting the neighbors and learning how to grow food for themselves. Then my favorite scene in this movie happens, the woodland snow scene. So I've been holding off on talking about how this movie's animation and art style is, but this movie looks absolutely beautiful. You may have noticed how the characters are a little bland with their design, especially with how the backgrounds look. It's a stylistic choice, and I think it works quite well. The world around all of our characters stands out and feels as if they're real images with people animated over them. I think the reason why the characters are a little bland is to help sell this illusion. Now, I bring this up here because sometimes the world is detailed enough that you can be tricked into thinking it wasn't animated. The first time I saw this movie, I had seen it late at night, and after scenes like this and another woodland running scene later on, you could have told me that it wasn't animated and someone was paid to run through the woods with a camera, and I might have believed you. So at this time, Ame, who has been a shy kid, the opposite of Yuki's extroverted personality, falls into a river after catching a bird. This marks a change in Ame that we will get to soon. So as we enter into the final third of the movie, Yuki starts school and Hana gets a job to support her kids. The following year, Ame joins up and we skip ahead to 2.5 years. Ame hates school like any growing child would, and Yuki gets a new student in her class. This is Sohei, and I don't like him. Sohei is Yuki's love interest, and he has no personality. He also appears when Yuki becomes a standard anime girl number 832, also with little personality, and yes, this is why Ame is my favorite in the last part of the movie. But Sohei has very little personality. He's a goof-off and has problem with his mom, and he doesn't think things through very much. The first time I watched Wolf Children, I hated him, but with each subsequent watch-through, I do hate him a little less. So Ame has quit school and spends his days in the mountains with his master, a fox that teaches him about nature. So Ame and Yuki are now on their paths, and because of this, they think that the other has chosen the wrong path, and the two end up fighting one night. So we've jumped to the last year where Yuki is in grade school. Record-breaking storms hit the countryside, and Ame's master got hurt during one. So while Yuki is at school, Ame goes off into the woods, and his mother follows. At the school, everyone is sent home early, but they have to be picked up by their parents. Yuki and Sohei end up in the school alone, and Yuki ends up revealing who she is to Sohei. I have a problem with this. Hana and the father were shown spending time together, building a relationship and falling in love before he revealed his secret. Sohei annoyed Yuki, followed her around to when she wanted to be left alone to the point where she lost control of her emotions and attacked him, and then he went to her house every day until she returned to school. Their relationships are different. Yuki and Sohei's relationship is not a thing. At best, they can be close friends, but in love, not happening. They need to build a relationship beyond Yuki clawing him for this to feel like Yuki isn't making a mistake. And I know they've known each other for longer than we get to see. They know each other at least a year, year and a half, but we don't get to see anything beyond Sohei being an annoyance to Yuki. So Hana searches the woods for her son and ends up passing out. Ame comes across her and takes her to safety. Hana gets to speak with Dad one more time, and she accepts that Ame is where he belongs.
He's right. You're where you belong!
So that was Wolf Children. Again, I love this movie, everything from the art style to the music. I do have my problems with Sohei, but like I said, I hate him a little less every time I watch the movie, and to his credit, the only person with a big personality is Yuki before she enters school. Everyone has a tame personality, but I wouldn't say anyone is a terrible character. It's just that Sohei isn't needed because Yuki doesn't need a love interest to reveal her secret to. If you haven't seen this movie, you should give it a try, at least the first 20 minutes. I give this movie a 9 out of 10. The few slight problems I have with Wolf Children keep it from getting a 10 rating. Hey guys, just a quick reminder, if you want to support this channel, the best way is to subscribe and like the video. Also, if you want to see me review something, leave your suggestions in the comments below. And if you want to see each episode early, I have a Patreon, and it's only $1 a month to get everything early. Thanks for watching.